Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Vishan Borich, also known as the Tough Mama from Team Tough. And I'm glad you're here on this marvelous Monday. Today is September the 14th when I'm recording this. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how you can do something really special. And that's how you can create a custom sales funnel to sell anything online. Now, that may be a bold statement, but the truth is, when you learn the keys to selling online and exactly what a sales funnel is, first of all, you can literally build any business once you know how to do that. So some of you who are on my team, you know some of the advanced ways to build a sales funnel or a marketing plan online. Today, we're going to really break it down. We're going to make it super, super simple so that by the end of the day, if that's your desire, you should be able to go in and create your very first sales funnel and start getting leads for your business. All right, so you guys ready to get started? I hope so. So just a few things that I want you to consider. Number one, below this video, you will see a box. That is my chat window. So I encourage you to go ahead and log in if you haven't already. Say hello, let me know that you're there, that you're watching the Hangout. That way I know if I'm providing good content. Because if I don't see anybody logged in, then I assume that this is not of value to you, and so I won't be reviewing other topics similar to this. So be sure to let me know you're there so that I know that this is something that you want to hear from me. And of course, if you have a topic that you would love to see me cover on the next Down and Dirties at 1:30, then go ahead and post that down in the comment box. All right, cool. Well, let's get started. I am going to, once again, flip around my screen. I've put together a presentation for you. So let me get that going here. All All right, I seem to have some technical difficulties here. If you guys are still with me, let me know. Evidently, it just dropped off. I don't know if you guys know this, but Google recently updated their Google Hangout software as of today, I think, because things are a little bit different as far as the controls. So hopefully I won't lose you. I'm going to try to flip it back over to my screen again, and we'll go from there. So bear with me. If I lose you, I will jump back on. All right, I think we're still good to go. All right, thank you for your patience. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, we are talking today about how to create a custom sales funnel to sell anything online. So let's get started. So first of all, this is kind of an overview as to what I'll be discussing today, or the foundation, and that is, what is a sales funnel? We're going to share a little more detail on that. Tools so that you can create one today, document tools so that you can create a giveaway, and we'll discuss the importance of that as well. And then tips to create a great one. That's supposed to be one, not on, so that you can create a great sales funnel. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process so that you'll understand on the technical side how you can build it out. And it's really not as challenging as it may appear. So we're going to share with you how you can do that. All right, let's get going. So first of all, what is a sales funnel? Well, a sales funnel is basically a fancy word for helping somebody buy something on your website. Now, initially, when you are building traffic or you want to create sales, you really need to focus on just capturing leads. Leads are emails. So you really want to be trying to drive people to give you their email address. So the sales funnel is the process for collecting those email addresses and then converting them into sales. Okay, now obviously not everyone that comes in through your sales process is going to come out the bottom as a sale. So you see how this kind of looks like a funnel. They're going to come into the top, and then it's slowly going to be narrowed down by the ones that are most interested in what you have to offer, and then you'll have some sales. So obviously, the more people that you can drive at the very beginning into your sales funnel, the better, because that's going to equate to more sales. It's a formula, and you'll learn what your specific formula is as you go further into doing online marketing. So the first step in a sales funnel is driving traffic. So we kind of covered that. So I list a few ways you can do that here, through email marketing. If you already have an existing list, you can drive them to your funnel or your sales page through that. Search engine marketing. If you have a blog, or if you're running ads that are targeting specific keywords, then people will find those based on the searches that they do on Google, for example. And then there also is the social marketing. I think I may have lost you guys again. I am not doing too good here. Just a second. I just want to make sure I haven't lost everybody. Nope. Okay. I think we're okay. I'm going to keep going. Somebody sent me a message, said they lost me, but maybe it was just them. So I'm going to keep moving forward. Anyhow, so then once you get them on the sales marketing, or you get them in the top part of your funnel, then they're going to go down and you're going to have their email address. With that email address, they're only going to give you their email address if you give them something of value in exchange. So one of the things that you could give them in exchange, and we're going to talk more about this, is perhaps you give them a website where it has some tips, or perhaps you give them a free ebook or something like that. So this is just a couple ideas. You also could drive them directly to your e-commerce site where they could buy whatever it is that they were looking for. That's more of a hard sell tactic after you already have a relationship with somebody. Typically, in the way that I do business, is I'm a little softer on my sale. In other words, I try to cultivate that relationship first before I ask them to buy anything from me. And then, of course, the biggest key to a sales funnel is following up. This is done through email for most of us that are in the online marketing business, But you can also do it through phone calls. If you have text messaging, you could do it through that as well. So whatever system you're using, you want to make sure that you're following up with those leads that you've received. Otherwise, you're not going to ever make a sale, because on average, it takes someone a minimum of 7 times to see you, get to know you, and then see your offer before they ever buy from you. Most people, it takes even longer, but 7 is like the minimum. So keep that in mind when you are getting leads and you're not getting sales. It could be because you haven't cultivated that relationship yet. And obviously, the final stage of that sales funnel is the sale. That's where they actually buy something from you, and that's what you want in the end. But it's not something you want to focus on in the beginning, or you're going to lose leads and you're going to lose trust and the relationship. All right, so let's press on here. All right, so next is tools. How do you create the sales funnel? You're going to want to jot some of these down. We are not going to go through all of these here. If you are interested in learning all of these tools or how they work, then I encourage you to reach out to me. If you're on my team, then this is something that I do. I do trainings on how to utilize these softwares, but they are definitely tools that have sped up or improved my process so that I can literally create a new sales funnel in an hour or less. I have hundreds of sales funnels that I've created that I use to cultivate relationships and capture leads. So here are just a few. So the email system. In order to create a sales funnel, you need to have a really reliable way to manage any email addresses that you're collecting. And I choose to use an actual paid software called GetResponse. That's the one I like. There are many others out there. Aweber is another one that's really popular with a lot of people in the same industry that I'm in. I have not personally tried Aweber, so I'm not going to say, yes, it's a great solution. I just know that a lot of people that are in the same industry as I am use that one. So if you're interested in any of these, I do have a tools link. You'll see on the left-hand side of your screen on this web page, you'll see a button there that says tools. If you go there, you will see my personal affiliate links for GetResponse, and then these next ones I'm going to talk about are there. You don't have to use my links. I do get some kind of a kickback from those companies. Sometimes it's just a matter of they'll give me an extra month or something like that. But if you want to help me out a little bit, you're welcome to click on those links. Otherwise, you can go directly to the websites in order to get these softwares. These are paid. All of these softwares that I'm listing here will cost you money. It's usually a monthly fee. So be aware. When you have the best tools in the industry, you are going to pay something for them. If you're using a free email system, it's probably not as reliable, and it's probably not going to allow you to do some of the things that GetResponse or Aweber allows you to do. Okay, get what you pay for, basically, is what I'm saying. The second thing that you'll need, or tool that you'll need, is a funnel creation system. Okay, the two that I recommend, and I actually own both of these. I use them for different reasons. The first one is Lead Pages. This is a way for you to create your own sales funnel without having to be a technical guru. You don't have to know any coding. You don't even have to have a web page. It'll create it all for you. And then ClickFunnels is another one. Of the two, I say I use both of them. I started with Lead Pages. I find that Lead Pages is a little more friendly than ClickFunnels, as far as easier to use, and it's less of a learning curve. However, ClickFunnels, I love it because it has much more bells and whistles than Lead Pages. For instance, you can actually start creating your own sales pages complete with e-commerce already built into ClickFunnels. You can also create affiliate links so that you can share any cool funnels that you've created with other team members. So I really like that feature. And you could also create a membership site out of that. So if you wanted to create something where you sell different products or just give away different products, you can create a site and allow people to sign up with their own username and password. So ClickFunnels, to me, has got a lot more to it. It's a lot better than lead pages. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend, play around with lead pages, and you'll see that it's probably a little easier to use. It just doesn't do everything that ClickFunnels does. All right, so let's press on. So here are some links. I did mention to you that on the left-hand side of the page, if you're watching this on the Team Tough page, you'll see a link to tools. If you're just watching this as a hangout in the YouTube window, then here's the link directly. And this, again, these are my personal affiliate links. You don't have to go through there. You can go directly through those companies. I do know that if you go through me on GetResponse, that you get a free month. So that's kind of a benefit. All right, so here's the link, teamtough.com/tools. And then here are the direct links. So GetResponse, you'll see the link there, getresponse.com, leadpages.com, and clickfunnels.com. So any of those are tools that I highly recommend in order to build professional and working and fast loading, by the way, pages for your sales funnel. Okay, and we are going to go through a basic training at the end of this on how you can create your own sales funnel today. Okay. All right. So the next one is you're going to need a free giveaway. In order for people to want to give you their email address, you've got to provide them something of value. And what I call that is a lead magnet. This is an industry standard term, is a lead magnet. This is something you give away, something of value that you give away for free in exchange for an email address or other contact information. Now, this is so important because a lot of people, they build this great page, and then people enter their email address, and the only thing they get is taken to a sales page. So they feel like they've been sold when you do that. It's not a very kind way or relationship building way in order to grow a list. So we always recommend to grow the list, grow the relationship by giving them something. Give them something of value, and you're going to find that people are more trusting of you. Plus, it's a great way to get more emails, because more people will give you their email if they feel they're getting something of value. If they don't feel that they're getting anything from you other than being sold, then they're not going to give you their email, and you're not going to have as high of a conversion rate. And a conversion is the number of people that come to your page and actually enter in their email address once they get there. Okay? All right, so free document tools, and let me go back. I'm going to go back here. Some ideas for free giveaways. Okay, you can record a video using your smartphone, and you could, in that video, you could share some tips, or perhaps give them some information that might be difficult for them to find in the video, or show them how to do something in the video. So that could be something free that you give away. You could upload that video to YouTube, make it a private video so that no one can find it. And the reason you want to do that is because you want the only people to find it, you want them to find it by going to a lead capture page first. And I'm going to show you some examples here. Go to a lead capture page first, and then it points to your video. So if they can find your video without ever entering in their email, they'll probably do that rather than give you their email. So record the video, upload it to YouTube, and then set it to private in YouTube. And what that does is it allows you to share the link only on a page that you own. Or you can share the link directly right after your opt-in page where they enter in their email. You can actually send them right to that video, which they would not be able to find otherwise. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. I'm trying to make it as clear as I can, and I do have some diagrams here that'll probably help to give you a visual here in just a minute. The other thing you can do is put together an ebook. Now, an ebook doesn't have to be this massive undertaking of over 200 pages of written word. An ebook online can be as simple as 1 or 2 pages. Okay, so it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be 1 or 2 pages of really great content that either you or somebody else writes down for you. Okay, so you can actually find somebody on Fiverr or Fiverr is a great website. If you're not familiar with it, it's Fiverr, where you can go out there and you can literally hire people for $5 to do something for you, such as create an ebook. You give them some content and then they write it out for you. Okay, so that's another great way to do it. A checklist. If you know something, you have some information. Every one of us has experiences and information that another human being could benefit from. You just have to think about it. And if you could put that in a form that can easily be digested, such as through a checklist, for example, people will download that because they want something that's easy, that they can digest in 5 minutes or less, and quickly use that checklist for, you know, helping them in their life in some way. Okay, I'll give you an example. Perhaps you have a checklist of you know, a grocery list of things to create healthy lunches for your kids. Okay, so you could have a checklist of things they need to buy, and then you can even include maybe some quick recipes or how to put it together so that you have healthy lunches for your kids for the week. So I mean, these are great things, just an idea, so that you could start producing a very simple checklist and use that as a lead magnet for your business. Another thing you could do is you could host your own live webinar, which is what I'm doing right now. Isn't it funny how we are talking about how to create leads, and I'm actually doing that right now by sharing this with you. I don't know if you know this, but before you got access to my Down and Dirty at 1:30, you had to enter in your email, didn't you? Well, yeah, you did, because I have a capture page that says, you know, register here to receive updates on the next Down and Dirty. So that's one of the ways that I collect email addresses. Okay, and then I provide value. It's not like I'm just trying to sell you. My goal, at least, and I hope you're finding that with these, is to provide value to you so that you can improve your life and your business. All right, another thing you could do is provide them with tools or apps. Now, you may say, well, I don't know how to create that. You don't have to create it. You can actually just give them information on tools that you use and where to find them, maybe even a direct link so they can download that app or tool. This is a great way because a lot of times people are looking for something quickly. They don't have time to research it, and they can't find the right tools, and they're looking for them. They see your ad on Facebook, for example, and they're like, oh wow, they've got a tool for, you know, how to host a Google Hangout from my phone, and I want to be able to do that. So then you share with them, you know, how to download the Google Hangout for your phone, and now they have something of value, and they think you're great because you save them time by providing them that tool or app. So, you know, what I challenge you to do is go ahead and make a list of things that you could give away that people would find helpful. Try to keep it congruent with your business and, you know, what you are, you know, what your industry is. Like, for instance, I gave you that example of a checklist of lunches, healthy lunches. That's not going to be as beneficial to somebody if they don't have kids, for example. So, you know, you want to make sure that you actually are providing something of value to your target market, to your audience that you want to attract more of into your business. Okay? All right, so hopefully that just gives you a few ideas. You can also look up ideas for lead magnets online, and you'll be surprised at how many different ideas that you can find from that. All right, so the next thing is, what do you do with that? So let's say that you put together a 3-page checklist, or maybe it's only 2-page checklist. Well, what you want to do is you want to create it so that you have a direct link to it that you can point people to after they've entered in their email address. And the way that you do that, the easiest way that I found, is to use Dropbox, which is a cloud-based computing system. I'm going to show that to you here in just a moment. Or you can use Google Docs, which is another web-based document server that's free. I also put my affiliate link here. I do have Dropbox myself, and you'll find that if you have Dropbox, if you get others to join Dropbox through your link, even though Dropbox is free, at least for the first few gigabytes, if they use your link, Dropbox will give you more gigabytes in your Dropbox account. So make sure when you sign up for Dropbox, you try to share it with people who don't have it. And if you want to help me out and get me more gigabytes, then go ahead and click on the link in my tools, and then you can click there. You're not required. I like to share these things, but you are definitely not required to use my links. Okay. All right. So let's go on. I'm going to show you Dropbox and Google and how you can use those. So I'm going to switch over to my. Let me see if I can go back here. I had all my links up in like my entire website. It just crashed, like Google Chrome crashed right as I was doing this Hangout. And so I lost all of my links that I already had up, but let me see if I can open it up for you. I may have to log in. Oh no, it's already logged in. That's great. Okay, so when you go to Dropbox, you can store all kinds of files in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you do it is when you upload a file, and you can literally drag and drop into Dropbox. That's why they call it Dropbox, I think. You can upload any files. I mean, I'm amazed. It'll accept anything. And then I don't know if you can see right here, like this one, how to overcome stumbling blocks. There is a little icon. It looks like a little chain. When you click on that, it gives you a direct link to that file. So the benefit of this is now you have a link that you can point people to so they can view just that file, not all of your files, just that file online. So this is huge. So instead of having to have a web page and to upload a file to your own web page, etc., you can just upload it to Dropbox, which again has a free account, and then you can click on the little link next to it, and it'll give you a direct URL link to that file that you can share. So I mean, I'll just show you. I'll copy it and I'll paste that into another window. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is a video I did on how to overcome stumbling blocks. So it actually will play in this window if I click this button. Okay, I'm not going to actually click it, but you get the idea. So you could literally have a video, you could have a booklet, you could have a checklist, etc., or even an audio file for that matter, and then you can give them a direct link to it. It'll take them right to it. So isn't that cool? I thought so. So another one is Google Docs. Let's see if it'll go here. I don't know what I've got open. Okay, I'm in a different account, but basically you can come in here, you can click on this plus, and it opens up a word processing document, and it's got all the different tools up here, so you can add a large font, you can really make it look pretty, and type up your checklist or type up some instructions or create your own little booklet, and then you can save that. And it'll give you a share button up here. This one's private only to me, but if I click share, and I don't have anything here, I'll just put test, save. Okay, so you can either enter the names of people you want, which is, we don't really want to do that if you're going to use it as a free giveaway, or you can click here where it says get shareable link. When you click on that, now check it out. I've got a link right here that I can copy and paste, and I can use that as my lead capture or as my giveaway from my lead capture page. Okay, so hopefully that kind of makes sense, but those are two free tools that you can use in order to create documents and instantly have a URL web address to link over to and provide that document to your audience. Okay, I'm going to go back to my slide presentation. Okay, so let's kind of put it all together here. So this is a super simple funnel. All right, there are many millions of ways you can actually create what's called that sales funnel. I'm going to show you this is the most simple method in order to start getting emails into your email client of all. Okay, so the first step, it starts over here on the left, is you want to drive traffic. Now I also do a lot of trainings on how to drive traffic. And if you've missed some of my previous Down and Dirties, I also do trainings on my team all the time. So I'd be happy to point you to training and help you to drive traffic to any of your pages. Just reply to me, or you'll see a button if you're on my Team Tough Down and Dirty page. You will see a button here where you can actually click to join our team. And when you do that, you will get access to a lot of different trainings on how you can drive traffic to a business. Okay, so you drive traffic. These are your happy people. These are your traffic, and they're excited about what you have to offer. And they're sent to a web page that's called an opt-in page. Some people might call it a lead capture page. Others might call it a squeeze page. These are all different names for what you could call it. So I just call it an opt-in page. And basically the way this web page works is it's going to give them a little bit of information about what you're going to give to them for free. And then in order for them to receive it, they have to click the button. Okay, and when they click the button, they enter in that enters in their email address. So they have to physically type in their email address. There's usually another field to do that. So they'll type in their email address, click the button, and once that email address has been typed in, it allows them to go to the next page. The next page is where they're going to get that free giveaway or download page. Okay, so that's where you would link them to that Dropbox link or link them over to that Google Doc link. Okay, now this is bonus, this is optional. On that free giveaway page, you could have a link or a button that takes them over to a sales page where you sell them whatever product or service that you offer. I say it's optional because if you are funneling cold traffic, in other words, people you've never talked to, you've never had a relationship with, you're not friends on Facebook, etc., then you probably do not want to sell them right away. Because in doing so, you actually could break that relationship and cause them to have second thoughts about joining your list. Okay. However, if you have warm leads that you've had some kind of contact with, maybe they're on your blog, for example, they've been reading your blog, or maybe they're reading your Facebook post, your friends on Facebook, or they like your page. On those types of pages, then yes, of course, you can offer them after the free giveaway, you can take them to a sales page, and they aren't going to feel like you're trying to oversell them because they already kind of know you. They know that you're trying to help them, and you're going to have more success in leading them to a sales page if you already have a warm lead or somebody you have a relationship with. So what happens with this basic, simple sales funnel is when they enter their email address and click on that green button on that opt-in page, that email that they entered automatically is sent to your back-end system, and it adds them automatically to your email list. This is so important because I've had clients in the past who have said, oh gosh, I don't want to even deal with this, because they thought they were going to have to manually add emails to their email list every time somebody entered in their email. And that's not the case at all. It automatically does it when you have it set up properly. Okay, so that's what's exciting about this. Literally, you're building a system that allows you to make sales and capture leads automatically without you even being there, on autopilot. And that's what I love about the internet. It really simplifies how you do business because you don't have to be present in order to create those relationships and make sales. All right, let's go on to the next slide. So here are some tips to create great funnels, okay? Number one, keep it super simple. When you create a sales funnel, you don't want to try to give them answers to all of the world's problems. You want to pick one problem only, and that's the second one, okay? Don't overcomplicate it. Solve one problem, and try not to have any distractions on the page either. One of the biggest mistakes that I've seen on opt-in pages is that people will have multiple links on there. They'll have a link off to their website. They'll have a link to join their, to join their list. They'll have a link to like them on Facebook. and have other things going on. And what that does is it segregates their traffic. So instead of people doing exactly what you want them to do, which is provide you with their email address, they don't know what to do because there's so many different buttons on the page. So try to keep your opt-in page really simple with only one thing that they need to do, and that's enter in their email address and click the button. Okay. The fourth thing is remember to build relationships and trust before you try to sell them something. You've got to build that. You can't just send them straight to a sales page, because when you start doing that type of stuff, you lose credibility. They don't know you yet. It's like asking somebody to marry you before you even have gone on your first date, right? So get in the habit of building relationship. And once you've captured their email, again, don't sell them right away. Let them get to know you. Give them value. Provide them with details. Share stories. At least send them 5 emails, 5, before you ask for a sale. I found that that's where I have the most success, is when I just try to cultivate that relationship before I ask for the sale. All right, and that's in order to get them to be a warm lead. The last thing is test it, tweak it, test it. What do I mean? Well, when you create a opt-in page, the first one you create is not going to be the best one. Okay, so you're going to have to what we call split test it. In other words, there are ways in lead pages as well as ClickFunnels, which are the 2 softwares I mentioned earlier, where you can actually create 2 versions of the same opt-in page, or multiple versions for that matter, and just change one word on the page, or change the color of the button, or change the picture on the background, or change how you only do one thing at a time. And so all of them are the same, but except for one thing that you've changed. And then you see which one performs the best. After you've driven traffic to it for a little while, whichever one performs the best, turn off the other ones, use that one as your main one, and then pick one other thing to tweak or change and create another iteration of it. And you keep doing that until you can get to at least 50% opt-in rate or higher. Okay, so you want, for every 2 people to come to your site, you want 1 of them to opt in, right? So 50% or more, that's your goal. It's not always that easy. So it depends on your message, what you're offering, but that would be the ultimate goal, is to get a 50% opt-in rate. And you just keep testing it until you have a really good sales funnel that works. Okay, so are you guys ready? So we're going to show you now how you can create your first sales funnel. Okay, so get your pen and paper ready if you haven't been taking notes, because I'm going to be showing you a super simple way, if you're brand new to creating your own custom funnel, how you can do so right now. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do, and I didn't make a slide for this, but the first thing you want to do is to create a giveaway. Okay, I'm going to flip my screen around actually for just a moment. All right, hello again. So the first thing you want to do is create a really good giveaway. Make it simple. It doesn't have to be super fancy, but find something that you have knowledge about, and create that checklist, or create a training video, or create an ebook, whatever it is that you're going to do. Sit down, decide what you think would solve the problem the easiest. You have to know what their problem is, first of all. What is it that your audience or your perfect customer is looking to solve in their life? And then create that free giveaway. Okay, so that's step 1. Don't even start on building a sales funnel until you have that done. Okay, and then once you've got it done, you're going to want to do that in that Google Doc or Dropbox so that you can capture a link. And if you're really good with the technical stuff, you can actually just upload it to a website and copy the link that way if you have your own website. But most people don't, so I'm just giving you ideas to keep it simple. But you're going to want to copy that link and then drop that link into like Notepad or Word or whatever quick word processing document you have on your computer, so that you know what the ultimate goal is. You want to get them to that link. You don't want to lose it. Okay. All right. The second thing, and I'm just going through my notes here, is you want to create a list in your email system. The list is going to be, for me, I use GetResponse. So if, let's say you're giving away, let's say we're giving away a training video, okay, on, let's see, how to make money from home. That's a really popular one, right? So you're giving away a training video on how to make money from home. What you're going to do is you're going to create a specific list and GetResponse, and I'm going to show you here where to do that. And then in that GetResponse account, you're going to name that list whatever it is you're giving away. That way you can easily find it, because you want to cater to that list. Once you start getting emails in there, you want to know where they came from. You don't want to always focus on sending them to the same list, because you'll find, or at least I found, that it gets really confusing. I don't know where people are coming from. And I like to know where they came from, and that's one way that I can track it, is by creating a unique list or campaign in GetResponse for every sales funnel that I create. Now, I can still send those people similar messages and emails, but my first email needs to be an iteration of what I gave away. So if I'm giving away that training video on how to make money from home, then my first email that I send to them needs to say, hey, thanks for giving me your email. Here's that video that you requested in case you forgot to download it, or maybe not use the word forgot, but in case you missed it. And then include a link to that video in that first email so that your messages are consistent. You want them to build that, feel trusting of you, and that you're providing what you said you were going to provide. Okay. All right, so building the list is 2. The third thing you're going to do is actually create your sales funnel. Okay, now you know what your, you know your link for your giveaway, and you have your list. So now you're going to create your sales funnel. Okay, the fourth thing you're going to do is, once you've got your sales funnel created, is you're going to do something called masking that domain. Masking means that instead of this long domain that ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or GetResponse uses, you're going to have your own nice little domain. Okay, and I'll show you a little bit about that. Then you're going to drive traffic to your opt-in page. Only then. And you're obviously, you got to test everything too in between there. I missed that step, but you want to test it and then drive traffic. So those 5 steps real quick: create your giveaway, create a list, and GetResponse. Okay, that's your second thing. Third thing is to build your funnel out. Fourth thing is to mask that link, okay, so that you can use your opt-in page link on different marketing campaigns or ads or Facebook, social media, etc. And then I would say we'll make it 6, because the 5th thing is you want to test it. You want to actually plug in your own email into the opt-in, do it a couple times, and make sure that you actually get back what you're supposed to get back. And then the 6th thing would be drive traffic to it. Okay, pretty simple. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to flip it back around. I'm going to show you a super simple way to get this done. Hopefully everybody's still with me. Okay, I haven't lost anybody. I seem to still have an internet connection, which is always nice. All right. That's what happens. See, I live out in the country out here in southern Missouri. I love living out in the country and on a lake. However, the internet service out here is not the greatest. So we do all kinds of crazy stuff just to get good internet. All right, I'm flipping it around here. And I'm going to try to re-pull up some of the web pages I had. I don't know if it'll let me. I've had some trouble with Google Chrome shutting down on me. Okay, so I'm just going to type in some of my sales funnels so that you can see what they look like. And then I will log in here in just a moment and show you how we're going to do this. So this is an example of a sales funnel that I created. It's just toughmama.com. And for this one, in my ads, I talk about a system that I used in order to create a life of time and freedom for my family. And so this is the page that they go to if they're interested in that. And when they click here, it automatically pulls up an opt-in box where they enter their name and email. Now this is a pretty fancy one, obviously. The way that this one was created was using lead pages. So if this is something you want to do, great. I recommend lead pages for this one. And when you do that, you just simply, once they enter in their name and email, it's going to link them over to a system that I use. It's going to give them 5 free training videos, and then after those 5 free training videos, it's going to ask them to buy. So that's kind of the way this particular sales funnel works. All right, so let me pull up another one. I had all these pulled up earlier before my Google Chrome crashed, so sorry for the delay here in loading these up. Okay, so this is another one. For this particular one, I'm giving away a book that I wrote. And really, it's just my story. I'm a martial artist, and it talks about kind of how I ended up becoming an internet entrepreneur and owning my own dojo. And the name of my book is Never Tell a Samurai to Surrender: Achieving Your Dreams Despite the Obstacles. And it's just a free giveaway that I give to people so that they can get to know me and understand where I come from, which is so important because you want people to realize you're a real person and that you're not some robot or somebody out there that's just trying to get sales. And so what they do is they click download now, and again for this one it pops open. They just enter their email and then they can get the book. Okay, so that's another one. This one also was made with lead pages. So let me show you another one here, and this one's one of my newest ones. Okay, this one was freedom.toughmama.com. And what this one is it's also a free book. It also gives them a 5-step system of videos, training videos that they can have access to. This one was created in ClickFunnels, and I really like the way this one works. The video automatically plays. They enter their name and their email address, and then they click here and they get the book. I don't know if I can go there. Let me see if it'll work. And I'll take you there. Oh, it does. Okay, and then what I did was I produced my own video here, just sharing about the business system. If they want to learn more about the business system, they can click here. Otherwise, they can come down here and actually just get the book directly. And the very first email that they get is one in which they are given the book. Okay, so that's another one, and I've created a lot more lately in ClickFunnels just because they're so slick, they're so pretty. Number one, I really like how they look, and they also seem to load faster for me. I've had some trouble with lead pages lately with load speed. Okay, so now I'm going to go to one that I created just using GetResponse, which is actually the email autoresponder system that I use. I'm hoping I can remember it. Let me see. I don't have this one active right now. It's kind of something I did that was special. Oh, good, I remembered it. Let me let it load. Okay, so this one here is it's basically a week in which I do a week of giveaways, usually around Valentine's Day. And this was completely created just using my GetResponse, which is, again, my email autoresponder. I did not use ClickFunnels or lead pages or anything like that. And I created this box, and then it creates a little code that you can drop onto your page. And this one goes right into GetResponse, and they immediately are signed up to start receiving emails, 7 emails, where they get free gifts, success gifts. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, and let's see if we can pull up this one. And this will be my last example before I show you how to do it yourself. See if it pulls up. I run a martial arts TV show. It's an internet-based TV show. And for this one, this was a while ago, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. This one, they had to sign up in order to access the TV show. gain access to it. So this page, this entire page, was completely created in GetResponse. So I did not use lead pages, ClickFunnels. I didn't post it onto my own web page. I didn't do any of that. The only thing I did was create this page in GetResponse, and when they click here to register now, it takes them to a registration page that I think I built that one out in ClickFunnels, or not ClickFunnels. I think I built it out in GetResponse. I don't know. It's been a while. But I mean, this one, you don't even have to have lead pages, ClickFunnels, or your own website in order to do this. The other thing you'll see, it has my own, all of them have my own web addresses that I own. One of the things I mentioned is masking a link or forwarding. You always want to do that because it makes you look more professional. You don't want to have some really long GetResponse address up here. Otherwise, it's just not, you're not going to look like you know what you're doing. You're going to look like an amateur. Okay, and I'm not going to go over how to mask a domain today. I have done other Hangouts in which I have shared that. So you'll be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and then go into the live stream section, and you will see some of my other Hangouts there. Right now, all of my Hangouts are still public. I will tell you that I am planning on making those not public soon. So make sure that you get in there and copy some links of the ones that you really like so that you have access to them, okay? So in order to subscribe, you should see a little icon in this video that looks like my little Tough Mama icon, and it should be in the lower right-hand corner. If you click on that, it'll automatically subscribe you to my YouTube channel. All right, so how do we create this? That's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, so I'm going to open up my GetResponse account. And we may go a little bit over today because I had some technical difficulties. So I just want to warn you guys, this is recorded. So if you need to go, if you're working a job and you just kind of took a break to watch this is recorded, and you can come back to the same link and watch the rest of this later. It will stay up for a week, and I take it down a little before the call next Monday. So make sure you watch it or the rest of it before then. Okay, so I'm going to log in to GetResponse. See if it remembers my username and password. Nope. I'm in a different browser right now. Let's see. See if I can remember what it is. Hopefully I can remember, because I can't get into Google Chrome right now. Oh, good. Life is good. Life is good. Okay, so there it goes. It's loading up. So here is what you want to do in GetResponse. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to come in here, and if you're new to GetResponse, you're going to want to create a campaign. Think of a campaign as a folder or list where you're going to store all those emails that you collect from people. Okay, so you're going to come in here, you're going to click on this upper right hand corner little drop down, and I have a bunch of them in here, but you're going to click Create Campaign. Okay, once you create the campaign, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new one. I'm giving it a name so I can delete it later. So you create that campaign. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to come over here where it says Edit Campaign Settings. Click on that. This is super important, okay? Because otherwise, people are going to get a double opt-in, and you don't want that. So you're going to click over here. If you don't know what a double opt-in is, that means that they're going to be sent an email when they give you your email that says you must click on this link in order to be subscribed. And most people will not click on that link, and so you'll lose the lead all entirely. So I don't ever use double opt-ins. So I come down here to permission, and you want to uncheck all three of these. Okay, and you will have to initially, when you have a GetResponse account, you will have to set up your return email address and things like that. So just follow the instructions to set it up. So right now I'm just going to show you how to create your campaign and create your landing page for your sales funnel. Okay, so that's all set, and you don't even have to save it. It automatically saves. Okay, so now we're ready. So we've got our test campaign. Make sure it's pulled up here in this drop down. You want the right one. So now you're going to come right over here to landing pages, and you're going to click create. You do have to have a certain level account with GetResponse for it to give you access to landing pages. So you'll have to check that out. I've had GetResponse for almost 2 years now, so I don't really recall what level I'm at. I think it's probably the highest level, but I don't know if the first or second level includes landing pages, so check that out. All right, so in landing pages, you'll come in here and you'll see they've got all these templates that are already created. So all you got to do is come down here and you need an opt-in page. Okay, so you've got your opt-in page, and let's see, which one do we want to do? Just looking and seeing what they've got here. This could be a good one. I just want a really simple one. A lot of these are a little too fancy for what I'm looking for. I'm just going to go back up here. I'm just going to do this one right here because it's pretty simple. And it takes a little while for the little monster and GetResponse to load your template. All right, so check this out. It automatically is building your page for you. Okay, and it does allow you to have split tests now. I didn't know it did that. So if you are really getting fancy and you want to test some things out, you can do that by having different iterations of this opt-in page so that people, you can see which one works the best. All right, so you could change, obviously you want to change the text, you just click on the box and you could change this to free ebook giveaway or whatever you want to give it to, and then enter your name and email address to get this free ebook. And obviously you probably want to put the title and maybe even a picture on here. And it looks like you can come over here and you can just drag and drop to add images or buttons or whatever else. But keep it simple. Do not go nuts on this page. You want it super simple with a direct call to action so that they know. Right here, instead of just saying download, I don't know if it'll let me change this on this. It may not let me change it. Yeah. I don't think it will. And I use lead pages and ClickFunnels all the time. But I usually, instead of putting download, I usually say instant access now, or click here to get the video, or click here to go right to the webinar, or whatever it is that I'm giving away. I want to be congruent with what I'm giving them so that they know that that's what they're going to get when they click the button. Okay? All right, so once you have this set up, how you like it, make sure you save and everything else. The next thing you do is right here. It says thank you page. Okay, so what you want to do on this page is actually write in here what they're getting. You might just say thank you. Here's your free download. Okay, and then right here, if you can change it, I don't know. If you can change it, you would make it say something along the lines of click here to download our ebook. And when they click that button, it's going to take them to that link that you saved from earlier. So remember how I showed you how to save the link? And this is in Dropbox. You'll just come in here, copy that link, or if you copied it to your notepad, like I said earlier, you'll copy that, go back to your GetResponse, okay? Click here, and there should be a way to add the link. So I know there's a way to do it. I just haven't done it in here in a while, but you'll get the idea as you come in here, and you should be able to link this right to where you want it to go. And I'm surprised it doesn't just say, oh, here it is, the little link button. So when you click on it, you'll see a little link. Click on that, and then you just drop in that, in this case, it's a Dropbox link, and then you click OK. And I like them to open up in a new window. And I also would give it a title. So I would say, how to overcome stumbling blocks, which is what that was. That way, when they see it, the link in their lower level of their actual, what do you call it, of their navigation, it'll say how to overcome stumbling blocks, so they know they're not going to some virus or something like that. Okay, so now you've got that all pulled together. So then you go ahead and you save and edit. Okay, so here's this new landing page. So all I've got to do is I come over here. Actually, I can copy this link right here. Let me just copy that. And it's kind of a short link, the 5mind_5. And that should take me to the landing page. I don't think that was the right one though. I may not have saved the very first page. That's okay. So make sure you save as you go along. I don't think I saved the first page, but you get the idea. So it's going to give you a direct link right to your landing page. Now you can take that link and you can mask it using your GoDaddy or whatever you use for your buying your URLs. You can mask it with your own name. And then when you promote this on your social media sites, you're going to send them directly to this page. And on this page, this is where they would actually enter in their opt-in. So now you've got, and it may take you a little while to fiddle around with GetResponse, but now you're going to have your own opt-in page so you can start getting leads. So what's going to happen is when somebody enters in their email address, it's going to automatically put all of those people, let me go back to my dashboard here, it's going to put all of those people right into my test campaign. So my test campaign is right here, and then I can then start sending them emails. So the next thing you want to do is obviously you want to test it, make sure that it's going to add you into that campaign. But the next thing you want to do is you want to come in here under messages, and you want to click manage autoresponders. Okay, I'll give it a second to load. Okay, so this is going to give you a calendar. It looks like a calendar. And what it does is you want to create some emails that automatically go out after they sign up, after they give you their email. So these numbers actually represent what day from the day that they registered with you do they get the email. So on day 0, the very first email that you should send them, you just click on this box to create an email. So on day 0, send message immediately, and you're going to create an email. Create a new email. And you just say something along the lines of, here is your free download, or whatever it is that they create. You don't even have to fill this out. It'll automatically take this and drop it up there. And remember, if I'm going too fast for you, you can always go back, look at the replay, and you can pause this video and take action and then watch and then pause and then take action and then watch and then pause, so that you're getting all this stuff done. Because it's so important to create a really good lead capture page for your business in order to start having people to contact and reach out to and to sell more product. Okay, so you can come down here and you can use one of their templates, or you can just do it in plain text, which is perfectly fine. So then you would just say, hi. And if you got their name, you can even do this. You can click personalize first name, and that'll give them their first name. So it'll say, hi, Joe. Thank you. And then you just say, thank you. If I can type, for requesting our free ebook. In case you didn't, the download page And this line shows you where it would cut off on a mobile phone, so I would do a return there. Okay, she missed the download page. Here is a direct link to download our free ebook as a PDF file. Okay, and then you just include that link. And if we go back here, and this actually was a video, but I'm just giving you examples. So then you come over here and you drop that in. It's kind of long, but that's okay. What'll happen is with a link, they're just going to click on the first part of it anyway. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, yeah, it should automatically make it a link because this is HTTPS. I wanted to just make sure it was a hot link. And then when you're done, then you just say, I look forward to getting to know you. Know you and sharing other great content with you, if that's something you're going to do. So, you know, close it out and then cheers, you know, however you want to end it. So that's an easy little email you can do. And you just click the next step and boom, you have an email in there, and then you just click save and publish. It doesn't really look like much, but you can see it's right here. You can actually preview it with the little eyeball and the icon. So there's the email. So this is really great because now when somebody signs up, they automatically are going to get this email sent to them right after they've signed up with their email address. So that to me is a great way to show, hey, wow, they did send me exactly what I requested. They also emailed me right away. So now that you've already started to build trust just by doing that. So this is a great way for you to today build out your first sales funnel, custom sales funnel, so that you can start driving traffic to you and your business. Now, once you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and flip it back around to me as we close out today's Hangout. All right, so once you're ready, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade into ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, because it's going to allow you to work much more quickly, and you can have templates that are already pre-created for you based on how often that people open them. So for instance, they have recommendations on sales funnels that work the best, and you can use those. You can also track the number of people that come to your opt-in page, which I don't believe GetResponse does that very well. If they do it, it's not as fancy as, say, Lead Pages or ClickFunnels. But this will get you started. So as a brand new beginner that's coming into this, or maybe you just need a quick way to start getting leads to your business immediately, these are some tips to get you going. I hope that you found value in this today. I hope I haven't overwhelmed you. I wanted to give you a simple method to do that today. And as always, if you're on my team or you're thinking about joining my team, shoot me a message. And if you'd like some more detailed training on how to do some more of the advanced funnels and to manage that, I'd be happy to set one of those up for you as my teammate. So make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday on the Down and Dirty at 1:30. Take care.